Bill was read the first time on Wednesday, 7 February 2018. I now invite Honorable Kannikes to move the bill be now read a second time.
Mr. Speaker, I hereby move that a bill for an act to prescribe social corporate responsibility requirement by companies and for related matters, HB 1314, should be read the second time. We're all aware of the Nigerian Accounting Standards Board Act, number 22, 2003, that the act was repealed and it was replaced by the Financial Reporting Council Act in 2011. And with this, the Financial Reporting Council had the responsibility of developing and publishing accounting and financial reporting standards to be observed by the preparation of the financial statement of public entities in Nigeria. We're also aware that corporate social responsibility has become part of business practice to such an extent that they contribute to sustainable development through the delivery of economic, social, and environmental dividends to all stakeholders. Also, we know that in the global sector, there is a clear marriage between corporate governance and corporate social responsibility. And corporate social responsibility is now part of proper reportage of business reports globally. To this extent, it is necessary that we infuse the reporting of corporate social responsibility into the responsibility of the Financial Reporting Council. Corporate governance is about the stewardship of a company and how effective it is. Corporate governance aims at a balance between economic and social goals. While corporate governance is an umbrella term, corporate social responsibility has fused into it. And today, both corporate governance and corporate social responsibility focus on ethical practices in business and the responsiveness of an organization to its stakeholders and the environment where they operate. The details of the amendment of the bill to serve this interest of bringing corporate social responsibility to the fore goes thus. Section 8, subsection 1G, functions of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act, 2011 Act number 6, states that the Council shall monitor compliance with the reporting requirements specified in the adopted Code of the Corporate Governance. And Part 6, Section 49, states that the establishment of the Directorate of Corporate Governance, while the insertion of the amendment, note, please, this is the insertion. This is the actual amendment to the subsisting act. And it will read H, to establish mandatory percentages of corporate social responsibility requirements by companies who have earned an average of 50 million and above in profits for 3 succeeding years. It comes under Section 50, which deals with the objectives and directorate of corporate governance. This is necessary because as the Act subsists currently, it does not talk about corporate governance and it does not secure the sustainability of corporate governance. With this Act, if passed, my colleagues, it will make sure that companies that have had 3 successive years of 50 million and above in profits will live up to their corporate social responsibility and contribute to the environment and to the well-being of people who are their potential customers and existing customers, so that we can all, be in concomitance in trying to make sure that there is sustainable development growth in the society. The highlight of the amendment, it seeks to promote corporate good governance through the allocation of resources to execute corporate social responsibility of companies that have thriving business relationships within the country for the provision of sustainable social benefits to citizens and environment. And the essence of this bill, when you look at the global practice, globally across the developing and developed world, they've mandated companies to make sure that a particular percentage of their earnings are directed towards corporate social responsibility. For instance, in India, which is an emerging and fast-growing economy, 2% of India, the 2% bill in India, which took effect in 2014, is part of the rules involving sweeping changes that made an existing law. With this, there is a mandatory 2% of companies' profit that is dedicated to corporate social responsibility. Also, in Indonesia, Article 74 of the Limited Company Liability Act of Indonesia, passed in 2012, also enforces that companies that have done well in business and made profit are contributing to corporate social responsibility. In the UAE, as recent as 2018, the Ministry of Economy in the UAE has implemented a policy that says that all companies in the UAE must definitely execute corporate social responsibility. Same with the Lebanese authorities, they've also mandated. And finally, in Nepal, the Nepal Registrar Bank has, through a circular, mandated all their companies to make sure that they contribute to corporate social responsibility. With the number of the recent legislative and behavioral developments, such as the transparency of supply chains, sustainable development goals, the ramifications of the Modern Slavery Act 2015, and the Zero Landfill Initiative, all contributing to the CSR melting pot, there is no doubt that companies are unifying their CSR activities under an overarching business-aligned strategy and using them as a tool to drive innovation, tackle material issues, and strengthen community engagement and mitigate risk. Honorable colleagues, I please urge you that as the way corporate social responsibility subsists in the country right now, it is still at the preliminary stage and it is not in consonance with the best practices globally. So with this amendment, we are moving up the corporate social responsibility, which has an important role to play in improving the livelihood of our constituents and also to protect the environment in which we all live in by ensuring that companies that have done well in business, by the patronage of our constituents, must put their money where their mouth is and support not only the economy, but the environment, and make sure that the environment where they operate are better taken care of. I hereby urge my colleagues to please support this bill be read the second time. Thank you.